What are you having for supper? We're having mustard crusted salmon fillets. Big baked potato. I'm going to add a little dollop of sour cream and a biscuit. Here's our ingredients that we'll need for today. We'll need 3½ teaspoons of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of honey, 8 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, and 3 tablespoons of oil. You can use vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you'd like. My ingredients include 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, paprika. If you can get smoked paprika, even better, 1/4 teaspoon. Tarragon leaves, 1 tablespoon. If you're using fresh tarragon, use 2 tablespoons. Kosher salt, and we need 3/4 of a teaspoon. And then for the breadcrumbs, we need 3 tablespoons. Now I'm using Panko. It's a Japanese type breadcrumb. These are the salmon fillets that we're going to use. I actually got these as a gift, and they are a marinated wild-caught salmon, but I would prefer something that wasn't marinated. But you use what you have. We have all of our dry ingredients together. And so we're going to start by mixing that all together. And this is what is really going to add some flavor to that Dijon mustard. Then we're going to take our bowl, and our recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of oil, but only 1 of those tablespoons is going here. And then we're going to mix this together. Now we have that all mixed together. The smell is just fabulous. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our salmon fillets in our pan. Our oven is set at 275 degrees. And we are going to cover the tops of our salmon with this. And then we're going to sprinkle the breadcrumbs onto it. As you can see, I have the bags of the marinated salmon in the sink. Now I don't want this marinade on there because I think it's too strong, and so I'm just taking it, rinsing it all off, so the flavor, some of it will have already been into the salmon. I'm patting it dry, and I'm putting the skin side down into my pan. I have my other 2 tablespoons of oil in my glass pan, and I'm just going to rub that around so that it covers it, and I'm going to cover the sides a little bit just so the salmon doesn't stick to it. I have the salmon all rinsed off, and I'm going to put my mixture with the Dijon mustard on my salmon fillets. Now I'm going to sprinkle my breadcrumbs on the top of each one. I'm going to cook this with aluminum foil over the top for 14 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. In the meantime, I'm going to make some baked potatoes that we can have with butter and sour cream. And I want to use all of this breadcrumbs on there. So it's really a crusted mustard. It'll just taste wonderfully. So we're putting aluminum foil over it. I have the shiny side down, actually. I'm not sure you can tell that in the video. And then in the oven, 275 degrees. At 14 minutes, I'm going to check it. A lot of people like their salmon medium to medium rare. I do not. I like my salmon to be all the way done, and I want the aluminum foil in there so the moisture stays in there and it doesn't dry out. I took it out of the oven. It's been in there for 14 minutes. I'm taking the aluminum foil off, and then I'm going to actually put the burner on 425 degrees, and it's going to bake for about 10 minutes. Well, it's 10 minutes, and what I want it to do is flake apart. So I'm going to take a fork and see if it will do that. If it won't, I'm going to put it in just for a couple more minutes. Oh, it's perfect. And it smells so good. We are really going to enjoy this. Woo, good. It's supper time. I'm just serving up Joe's plate for him. And it is just a wonderful piece of salmon. Mustard Crusted Salmon Fillet. Fabulous. Joe doesn't like sour cream on his potato, but I do. We're going to have some lovely supper.